EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin with your outlook for the weekend, November 7th and 8th, 2020. A gorgeous weekend is coming up this weekend. I know some of you don't like the warm weather this deep into November, but this is not unprecedented warmth by any means, and it is definitely going to be very enjoyable because we had near room temperature highs on Friday, and this is going to be a superfecta over the next 4 days. And if you don't know what that means, if you're not familiar with horse race betting, a superfecta just means 4 days in a row here. Okay, so we have 4 days in a row where we're duplicating basically the same weather, where you have the opportunity for a little bit of fog in the morning and due to a little bit of a temperature inversion overnight. Some fog in some places late at night, and in the morning. And then once that burns off, we're making a run at 70 degrees, in some cases lower 70s, each of the next 3 days. And I say superfecta because we started this, of course, yesterday. So this is one of those rare situations where we have a very nice, tranquil stretch of weather where it is not too hot, it's not too cold, might be too warm for this time of year for some of you, but you have high pressure sitting right over top of the region. And this is going to keep us mostly sunny, dry, gorgeous weather every single day. Again, some morning fog each of those next 3 mornings over the weekend and early next week here on Monday. High pressure still in control, but a very nice stretch here. And even Tuesday is going to be more of the same. We're just going to call it partly cloudy here on Tuesday with a southerly flow increasing ahead of our next system. And we're going to have a cold front moving toward the region, and that's going to result in an increase in clouds here on Tuesday night. And then we'll have some rain moving in either very late Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning, and periods of rain during the day with this cold front moving through. And then that should move out during the evening hours or overnight on Wednesday. Then we get a break here on Thursday. So Thursday you'll see our local forecast will say it'll have morning clouds giving way to sun and partly cloudy skies here expected here on Thursday, and a little bit cooler because we're now on the opposite side of that front. So we're now having temperatures instead of being 72, more like 62 for a high here on Thursday, and then even cooler here on Friday with still a southwesterly flow remaining, but it could be a few showers in association with whatever's left of this of what is now tropical depression Eta in the east or the western Gulf of, let me try this again, in the western Caribbean. And this is a disorganized mess right now. This is once a major hurricane that came into Nicaragua, and then it kind of meandered over Honduras, and now it's reemerged out here and now has tropical depression status. This is going to continue out in this direction like this over Cuba, and then start turning to the northwest here toward the Florida Keys and extreme southern Florida, may even make landfall down here. Then it's going to do one of these numbers down to the southwest a little bit, and then come up here like this. It's the official forecast. Kind of a goofy path here, but there's some different steering mechanisms that's causing it to do that little turn and loop there. Now this part of it down here has already occurred. Actually, all this has already occurred. So we're just looking from this point forward. If I want to redraw this from this point forward, just so you're not lost here with what's going on, there is going to be a path that's going to go over Cuba into southern Florida or the Florida Keys. Is going to turn maybe to the southwest a little bit and then come up here like this and make a landfall here in the Panhandle is what we're thinking right now, what the National Hurricane Center is projecting. So when we move this forward here, they can see this in action, and it's going to do exactly what it just did there. Okay, so this is moving it forward, and then once it gets up to the northern Gulf Coast, it'll be in a weaker state, but the moisture plume associated with that will have to go somewhere, and there is the opportunity for some showers to get into our region on Friday, the extent of which is still unknown, and most of it might remain south of here, and you just get a few showers just because we have a kind of a southerly, southwesterly flow aloft that might pull all this up to the north and east. So we'll discuss this again on Monday when we have the next daily forecast video and see where we're at that point, but I don't expect it to be a major issue at this point. And then because those clouds and maybe a few showers around here on Friday, temperatures might be stuck in the 50s for highs in some places, which is kind of like where we should be for this time of year. We should be generally, for most areas, or we're generally in the 53 to 59 degree range from north to south. When I say north, I mean far north, up here by Williamsport to Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. Southwood, I'm talking about Philadelphia, southern New Jersey, Delaware, where normal highs there are in the upper 50s or 60. as opposed to lower 50s up here. So we'll discuss that in the next forecast video and see where we're at, but definitely looking at Wednesday as our next chance of rain, but a very nice stretch in between now and Wednesday before this cold front comes in, and just absolutely gorgeous weather straight through at least Monday, probably Tuesday, before we have any clouds and rain to deal with by the time we get to midweek. One programming note, I will have the Weather Weeklies videos beginning on Sunday. So this Sunday, the November 8th, we will have the Weather Weeklies video, the first Weather Weeklies video of the season. This is a every Sunday editorial video blog. That means it's kind of my opinion on things. That, you know, it's my opinion, not necessarily reflecting the opinion of our entire staff, but usually it is. But there is it's an every Sunday video that I do that looks at the long range and any storms that we have upcoming on the horizon that would be winter related mostly. We don't have anything in the near term to deal with, so we're going to be talking this week about what I expect might play out here for this winter. We're hearing a lot of things out there about some people saying it's going to be snowier than average. Some people think it's going to be just another dud of a year as far as snowfall is concerned. So I'll discuss all that and what my opinion is on that. And of course, that'll be this Sunday and every Sunday, posted between in the 10 o'clock hour, between 10 and 11 a.m. So look for that on Sunday morning on our social media channels and the website. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is the outlook for the weekend, November 7th and 8th, 2020. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.